So if you've got one of these little phone vent holders that you push into your air vents, they're great, they're convenient and they're cheap, but they can also muck up your vents. And I had it on this side here. Now, when I move this left to right, it's not actually moving the vents behind. And likewise, if you have a look at the top here, these are sort of out of sync as well. But don't worry, you can fix it. You don't have to take the radio out. A lot of people say you do. And yes, you can do that if you want to make the job a little bit more long and consuming. But like always, I like to try and find an easier, quicker, faster, simpler way of doing it. So, tools you're going to need: get yourself a little screwdriver, a pair of long nose pliers, you may or may not need these, and make yourself a little tiny hooked piece of metal, something like this. A nice neat hook on the end, and what that's going to be able to do is get into the vents and be able to pull the little parts that's actually come off behind. Have a little patience, take your time and do this.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
But you can see as I move it up and down, for example, those top vents, those two there, they're detached because I've pushed this on a little bit too hard. And likewise, if I go left to right, behind there, it's not catching the vents. So what you want to do is you want to get it just in the right place. And if you move the vent just so that it catches, there's a little groove at the back that needs to sit in. And once you've got it sat in the right place, it's going to move those vents like that, sitting between my fingers, for example. So simply just sort of tweak the vents behind and angle this slightly down in that position and then move it across. And you'll know you've got it because as you move it, you'll find the vents will sort of move on you. And then as you move it up, keeping the vents behind in place, it will catch into the right place and get into that groove. So there you go. I shine my torch in there now. Now, as I move the vent left and right, it's moving the vents vertically behind there. So that's all good. Right, now let's deal with these two little fellas here. Looking carefully here with my screwdriver, if I put the point in there, that's where you want the vent to sit. And obviously the little groove that should be sitting in there is up there on the top. So this is my little hook piece of wire here. Just try and catch it on the back there and making sure all the vents are in the right position. Pull this left until it clicks on. I can see that they're all in line, and then just pull like that. And hopefully now, there we go, and now they're all clicked in place. I can move the vents left to right. If you have a look inside, you can see the vents left to right and up and down.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.